Welcome to our 5th episode for our theory playlist at Play Piano. Today we will be learning about rests. If it's been a while since you've seen episode 2, you might want to grab a quick refresher and come back. So far, we've covered what composers can do when they want a musician to play. But what do they do when they don't want a musician to play? They use rests. Rests are symbols of silence, and they are easier to learn than their counterpart, the note. In episode 2, we learned all about the most common note values: the whole note, the half, quarter, eighth, and 16th note. In this episode, we will be learning all about their rest equivalents. Let's get started. Here is a whole rest. Like its counterpart, the whole note, it means that you hold, silence in this case, for 4 beats. When putting it on the staff, make sure it is always hanging down from the 4th line. The whole rest can also be placed in a bar when you want the entire bar in silence, no matter what the time signature is. Okay, let's move on. The half rest means that you are to be silent for 2 beats. When putting it on the staff, make sure that it's always sitting on the 3rd line. Now you might be thinking, how am I going to tell the difference between the whole rest and the half rest? Well, I always tell my students to think of it like this. The whole rest resembles a hole in the ground, whereas the half rest resembles a hat, which rhymes with half too. Go ahead and put that tip in your memory bank, because we're moving on to the quarter rest. The quarter rest is a peculiar looking thing, which is good because it's easy to remember. The quarter rest means silence for 1 beat, which shares the same value of its counterpart, the quarter note. Now, if you're trying to draw it, try starting with the letter Z, and after the last stroke, start the letter C. This should form a quite convincing quarter rest. When placing it on the staff, it will sit directly in the middle. Next, we move to an 8th rest. The 8th rest means that you'll be silent for half of 1 beat. The 8th rest looks like a 7 with attitude. It has a ball on the top and sits between lines 2 and 4. Alright, one more rest, and then we'll try a couple of rhythms. The 16th rest means silence for 1/4 of a beat. It's hard to think about it if you're new to this, but counting rhythm accurately is a meticulous feat, but very satisfying when completed. The 16th rest looks like an 8th rest, only that the 16th has a stem added to the middle of it. This rest is also placed between lines 2 and 4. There you go. You've covered all the most popular rests. Now let's practice with them. Okay, this one is in 4/4 time. Let's go. 1 and 2 and rest. 4, rest and rest and rest. Rest, 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 rest. Rest E and a 2, 3, rest. Good job. Now this one is in 3/4 time. Let's try it. 1 and 2, rest, and 1, rest. 3, rest, 1 and rest, rest. 1, 2, rest. Don't worry if you didn't get it right away. You can go back and keep practicing. If you didn't purchase my rhythm book suggestion called Rhythmic Reading for All Instruments, I suggest you pick it up. It will make you a rhythm wizard. That concludes our video on rests. I'll see you in the next video.